Lisa, I would like to know what is your personal vision for the future of higher education in India and how is EIT aligned with that vision?
I think future of education, not just in India, I think globally is experiential education. For me, I think it is very evident that education as we know of and as we have known till date is no longer practical, sustainable or complete. It's incomplete, right? Education has to be holistic. It has to be 360 degree. And more importantly, it has to be experiential in nature. And what do I mean by experiential in nature is that, it's the framework till date has been largely, we have NBAs, outcome-based education, but framework till date has been largely laboratoriums and classrooms. And that laboratoriums and classrooms are always limited in their scope. We may have understanding, we may have cognitive learning, but what you call psychomotor learning are absent. I call them experiential education. See, I am first and foremost a spiritual teacher, a spiritual mentor to many people. And for me, education has always been experiential in nature. For me, life as it happens to people and reflective, contemplative capacities, meditative capacities give rise to the expansion and the evolution of the consciousness. So I've been an ashram jivi. I have gone through a training which is spiritual in nature, ontological in nature. And for me, that only means education. Right. Okay. So there's an incident that I always, share with many people that I used to be a student. I was in my 4th year. My scooter broke down. I reached my home, left the scooter with my mechanic, took my father's car next day, reached the institute. My father called me up, inquiring as to where am I. I told him I am at this institute. I'm having his car, which he already knew, Yeah, I have his car. But he inquired about that and he was puzzled, So he said, you are a 4th year engineering student in the best institute of the country. And you can't figure out what's wrong with your scooter while the mechanic has already worked out. And all that happened was the spark plug was dirty. And all I had to do was to pick that out, clean it up and put it back and the scooter would have started. But I failed to do that and mechanic was able to find that out. So that left me, pondering as to what the education is all about. And experiential education is the key. We may have industry alignment trainings, we may have conferences, seminars, workshops, we have project-based learning. These are all good stuff. But experiential education at its highest is the transmission of the education rather than the impartment of the education. And transmission happens when the teachers themselves, like the innocence of a curious student, start exploring the concepts which they have already understood or have gotten degrees in. So that and do that together, in collaboration, which is if we do that together, that exploration, that's where we again get the concepts afresh, and in that process, students get that for the first time, right? Like they would have never gone to, right? So education is about attaining a perspective, which happens only through experiential education, not just a degree. And that I think should be and is the future of the global. We are moving from the information age to the knowledge age. And I think the future belongs to the wisdom age. That's where we should focus on the wisdom age.
Wow.